What's up guys, Xbox Kid here. Today we're doing Emulation 101, Ultimate Emulation, how to do emulators, whatever the hell you want to call it, we're doing it. Okay, so links are all provided in the description for everything you need. Okay, so first we want to start with getting the actual emulator. Well, I like to use Project 64 as a demonstration, as it's probably one of the easiest and cooler emulators out there. This is the 1.6 version, and it can play just about any Nintendo 64 game you want. And you can find any other emulator you want here as well. So you download your emulator. Next, what you want to do is you want to get some ROMs. So I provided two ROM sites. One is ROM Central. This is my personal favorite ROM site. It's got a lot of ads, but I don't mind it. I think it's pretty good and has fairly good download times. Another one that tends to have way more ROMs is called Dope ROMs. You can find ROMs and ISOs for systems that use disks on this site, no problem. It's all around, it's really not that hard to get a hold of them. So all I ask really is that if you guys should really just do this legally. Like if you own the actual games, then go ahead and download it. That way, someone shows up at your house, at least you have the actual game to prove you own it. All you're really doing then is just playing it on your platform of choice. A good old PC, or in my case, a Mac running Windows 7 Beta, or RC, whatever. Alright, so you downloading your ROM. What I recommend next is having a WinRAR archiver, some kind of unzipping program. Personally, I highly recommend WinRAR, and so once you download, basically, you'll just extract the game. As you can see, I've already extracted Super Mario 64 to my desktop. Once that's done, it's simply a matter of opening your ROM. So we're going to go to desktop here. I've already configured my emulator. You can configure it however you want. And we're starting up Super Mario 64. I'm sure plenty of you know this game. If you notice, it looks way better. Things are going a little slow, but I think that's just the capture software. And I forgot to configure the A button. Please excuse me a quick second. This will give me a quick second to show you exactly what I do. Just hit the space there. And you can configure whatever buttons you want for your controller here. In fact, also many emulators also support other controllers. A lot of people tend to use 360 controllers and stuff for Super Mario 64. So I'll let you watch that. Hold on. Where normally that works with most things. Okay, so there you have Super Mario 64. I'll leave it running. But say you're downloading an emulator that uses disks. Well, then there's another step you gotta follow. And for that, I provided Emu Paradise. So we're at the emulator zone. Yeah. There are plenty of emulators here. I'm personally providing my own personal version of Null, which I believe is the best Dreamcast emulator. It even has an HDR plugin in there. So I think you'll all enjoy that one. I've fixed it up since the last time I uploaded it a bit. So, yeah. So what you're going to want to do is go to this link, and you can find BIOS for just about any system that's ever had them. Dreamcast here. Then it's really not too much harder than Project 64. It's about the same thing. And that's about it for emulation. Everything else, it pretty much applies in the exact same way. Download the emulator, start and open up the game, and it's all yours. That's pretty much it to emulation. It's really simple to do, and it's a great way to relive those old classics that you've enjoyed playing. This Xbox Kid 91505. I would be signing out right now, but I'll let you guys watch a bit of emulated Super Mario 64. Excuse the slightly messed up art. Actually, wait, I can fix that. There we go. So, here's Super Mario 64. Welcome to emulation. The game plays just like it would originally. You'll notice, though, things like anti-aliasing and stuff are in effect. These are newer things that weren't available at the time, and they make the games look much better than they once did. Everything just looks cleaner in Super Mario 64 right now. These are the full games. Some games are bigger than others. Nintendo 64 games usually won't. The most I've ever seen one be at is about 60 megabytes. So, and that's about as high as Nintendo 64 games go, or any game on a cartridge. That's the highest you'll find. On disc games, for things like PlayStation, you'll get 400 megabytes, stuff like that. For Dreamcast, you usually get close to a gigabyte. PlayStation 2, 6 gigs, you know. That's about it. Excuse the slow speeds, once again. It's because, okay, cancel that, I just hit a bad button. But you guys get the point. That's emulation for you. Xbox Kid 955 signing out.